The mere fact that there's a Painted Purple campaign, how did this idea come about?
Well, the idea came from a group of mothers who we have been supporting around their children with disability and training them around how they can better advocate for their rights, understanding their rights, and they decided to start advocating for their rights within their township communities as well.
I mean, this really not only changes the lives of the children, the families, but actually affects the community in a real way.
Yes, it's a big transformation of a community using the medium of art. And the whole interest of it is to start bringing out the concept of disability as not being something to be hidden, but something to be proud of. And using the medium of art as a way of educating communities that it's okay to have a child with disability, it's okay to respect that child's right, and it's okay to begin to find ways to find solutions for yourself as a family and as a community.
The color purple, what's the significance of using the color purple?
The color purple, as we all know in colloquial terms, refers to what would I call it? Kingship, dignity. And one of the key issues that people found is that the right to dignity, the right to freedom from discrimination, the right to equality is often eroded. And those are all the qualities of a king, of royalty. And they wanted to use that to juxtapose it against what is not happening and hopefully get the communities to start seeing that dignity in real life.
This initiative actually started in June, and every month since then, you've been going from home to home, painting it purple. Just talk to me about that. From June, the mere fact, is it going nationwide? What's the plans with the Painted Purple campaign?
When it started in June, it was started with every month they would paint at least a house. And in that house, they would also paint the particular problem that child has got, with the whole essence of giving the community a better sense of what cerebral palsy means and different disabilities that exist within many households. One of the things we've seen around that is that many people who used to hide their children and who were ashamed of the fact that their children, and they had children living with disabilities, started coming out. And it became a voice, a very silent voice that had no, that is not verbal. And what we've seen is more and more people are coming out and wanting to paint their houses purple. It's currently going through in Orange Farm, and we want to see it go across Johannesburg, across Gauteng, and across South Africa as a whole. And the whole interest is to have a movement that is very silent, but yet powerful.
Just for a lot of people that will hear the Afrika Tikkun name for the very first time this morning, just very quickly, a brief history of the organization.
Afrika Tikkun focuses on the development of young people from cradle to career. Our interest is to see that young people, today's young people, are tomorrow's productive citizens. And we do it through programs that enable those young people holistically in the context of family to be in a position to access the economy once they are at adult stage.
One of the other things that I know you're also working on is the Like Change campaign.
Yes. The Like Change campaign is a campaign that we have been running since March this year. And the whole essence of it is many of us as South Africans, we complain a lot. South Africa didn't do this, our government didn't do this. There's a lot of challenges that we have, and we often dwell on the challenges as opposed to the solution. And the challenge around the Like Change campaign is to get people to start thinking about themselves as a solution. What is the problem you see? Afrika Tikkun is challenging you. Why don't you become a solution? And the first way of becoming a solution is to go into www.likechange.org and like us and say, I want to be a part of change. Join us in every event we do in our communities or even in your home, in your family. Try and be a part of change. Start focusing on the great things that can be done and not necessarily what has not been done.
I agree with you, ma'am. We're going to leave it there. But Onyi Nwaneri, head of development, marketing, communications at Afrika Tikkun. Google it and find out more about some of their initiatives that are currently happening on the ground, like the Painted Purple or the Like Change campaign. Okay, our music guest is still here. He's got a second performance.